You know that feeling, right? You click Buy Now, and then, almost like magic, a package shows up at your door. It feels so simple, but behind that one click is this incredible hidden journey. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and follow that package to uncover the secret world of how your stuff actually gets to you.
Yep, that package. The one you've probably been tracking on your phone every 5 minutes. Its trip is just this amazing feat of coordination. We're talking massive buildings, heavy machinery, and a super precise global plan. It's not magic, but it's pretty darn close. It's called logistics. Okay, let's dive right in.
So, your package's journey doesn't start on a truck or a plane. Nope. It begins inside a building that can be the size of several football fields. This is the starting line, the nerve center for your order, the warehouse.
Now, a warehouse is so much more than just a big, dusty box for storage. Think of it as the command center, a highly organized, gigantic library for physical things. We're talking about millions of items, all neatly stacked and tracked, just waiting for you to click that button and send them on their way.
Okay, and inside that warehouse, there are two words that are absolutely key: stock and inventory. The stock is the actual physical stuff, the products sitting there on the shelves. But inventory, that's the data. It's the complete digital record of all that stock. One is what you can touch, the other is the system that knows exactly where everything is.
And moving all that stock around? Well, that requires some serious muscle. Goods are usually stacked on these wooden platforms called pallets. Then, powerful forklifts zip around, lifting and moving them. For the really heavy stuff, you've got giant cranes doing the work. It's basically a carefully choreographed dance of heavy machinery. All right, you've placed your order. So how does one single item out of millions get picked out and prepped just for you? This is the moment an object on a shelf transforms into your personal package. The whole process is incredibly precise. First, a worker, or sometimes a robot, picks your item from the stock. It gets put into a protective package, and then a label with your address is slapped on. But then comes the most critical step. The barcode is scanned, and bam! In that instant, it's no longer just a box. It's an official shipment that we can track all the way home.
And that little barcode is everything, seriously. It's not just a pattern of black and white lines. It's basically your package's unique digital passport. Every single time it gets scanned, its location is updated. It's what gives the package a digital identity that lets us follow its journey.
So, our package is all packed up, it's labeled, and it has its digital passport. It's officially leaving the nest. The giant warehouse doors slide open, and its journey into the real world begins.
And this is where a really crucial human element takes over. You can have all the automation in the world inside the warehouse, but you still need a skilled driver to get behind the wheel, navigate the real world, and connect that warehouse to the next stop on the journey. You know, a driver's whole day really boils down to two fundamental things: loading and unloading. Loading is the careful, almost strategic process of filling the truck, and unloading is just the reverse, getting everything off safely and efficiently where it needs to go. Simple words, but they're absolutely essential tasks.
But that driver isn't just winging it, right? Their entire trip is precisely planned out by two key things. First is the route, that's the where, the exact roads they're going to take. And second is the schedule, that's the when, the timeline they have to stick to. You put those two together and you get an efficient, on-time delivery.
So, when you combine that skilled driver, that precise route, and that tight schedule, what you get is the heart of this whole stage: transport. It's the fundamental action of moving stuff from point A to point B. That's it.
Okay, but transport is just one truck's journey. Let's look at the bigger picture. That's where distribution comes in. Distribution is the grand strategy. It's the art of taking thousands of packages from one central hub and fanning them out across an entire region to tons of different people, just like you.
All right, now it's time to zoom all the way out. Our one little package and its journey is just a single thread in this massive, interconnected global web that moves over 100 billion parcels a year. This, my friends, is the supply chain. And what's the brain that coordinates this entire global operation? Well, that's called logistics. Logistics is the science of planning. It is the incredibly complex art of making sure every single person, every package, and every vehicle is in exactly the right place at exactly the right time.
And here is the absolute best way to remember the difference. It's simple. Logistics is the plan for the journey. The supply chain is the actual journey.
the whole physical network of warehouses, trucks, ships, and planes that makes it all happen.
And what's wild is that the supply chain for your item started way before you ever decided to buy it. It's the entire end-to-end process, starting from the raw materials used to make a product all the way through its distribution until it finally lands in your hands.
And of course, this system doesn't just stop at a border. When goods get sent from one country to another, that's called an export. And exports are what weave all these individual supply chains together into one massive global network that connects pretty much every single person on the planet.
So, the next time you're refreshing that tracking page, just remember this incredible, complex dance of logistics that your package is performing. This system really does connect us all. And that leaves us with a really important question for the future. How can we make this amazing chain even smarter, faster, and more sustainable for everyone? Definitely something to think about.